in the last class. Okay, capacitor is a device which is used to store energy. Now we are going to do capacitance. Okay, how you define it? Capacitance of a capacitor is the charge required to raise its electric potential by unity. So suppose we want to increase the potential by 1 unity, then the charge required that we call as the capacitance of the capacitor. Okay. Now the electric field between conductors is proportional to charge. Now this I have written, suppose I have got the conductor here. Okay, and if I increase the charge on it, if first it is free charge, then the electric field lines are there. Okay, this charge, this is electric field lines. Suppose I increase the charge, suppose I increase 4 charges, then there will be more electric field. So if I increase the charge, electric field increase. If charge is, suppose it is 10 coulomb, then electric field will be there. Then suppose I increase double, 20 coulomb, then charge electric field also will increase doubly. So we can say that as charge increases, electric field increase. That means Q is proportional to E. Okay, so that is what I have written here. Now we also know that if you increase the electric field, okay, suppose this is my charge, the electric field is increased. In Q increases, then electric field also will increase. Now suppose what is potential difference when you bring? It is the work done in bringing a positive unit charge from the infinite. So suppose this is positive unit charge from infinite, I am going to bring in this electric field. Now when I bring Q increases, E increases. So E increases means I have to do more work because this is positive, this is positive. So I have to do more and more work. That means work done will be stored as a potential energy. That means the energy also will increase. So indirectly, if Q increases, V also will increase. So we can say that V is proportional to Q is proportional to V. So Q increases because of Q, electric field increases, and simultaneously we can see that work done in bringing the unit charge from infinite to this place, to this region also will increase, and which will be stored as a potential energy. That means the potential also will increase. So we can say that Q is proportional to V. That is, a charge increases, V also will increase. So Q is proportional to V. See what I have written here? The potential difference V is the work done per unit positive charge in taking a small test charge from conductor 2 to 1. Now we have got 2 conductors. Okay, I have got one conductor here, one conductor here. One is positively charged, one is negatively charged. So if I want to take one from here, that if charge increases, potential will increase. So Q will be proportional to V. Okay, because we are talking about the conductors. So conductors have what? Capacity. 2 plates. Okay, therefore bringing one charge from the another plate to the one plate. Okay, so now therefore we can say, as I said, Q is proportional to V. Remove this proportionality symbol, so it becomes Q is equal to C into V. Then you can transfer this V here, so Q by V is equal to C. I am writing from here, C is equal to Q by V. So we also can say that the ratio Q by V is called capacitance. Okay, and this C is called capacitance. We use capital C as a symbol. Okay, so C is equal to Q by V. The ratio Q by V also is called capacitance. That also is definition given in your textbook. This ratio Q by V is constant. Then what about C? The C depends only on geometrical configuration. That is shape, size, separation of system of 2 charges. So it depends only on the what size you are taking, what shape you are taking, and what separation you are keeping between the 2 plates. Okay, so it depends only the geometrical configuration. Then the SI unit of capacitance is Q by V. So Q is coulomb and V is volt, and this is given the name, special name Farad. So the symbol we use is a capital F. Then next I have defined the linkage of the voltage. Okay, so here I have written high potential difference implies strong electric field around conductors. Okay, so as potential increases, electric field increases. So a strong electric field can ionize the surrounding air. So when electric field increases, it will have certain limit. Okay, capacitor will have certain limit. After certain limit, the charge increases, electric field increases. Then what happens? That will try to ionize the air molecules. Okay, and air molecules are ionized. That means positive, negative ions are broken from the molecule. Then they get accelerated the charge. So produce two opposite the charge place, thereby neutralizing the charge on the capacitor plate. That is, charge of capacitor leaks due to reduction in insulating power of intervening medium. So as I was saying, if charge Q is increased, the electric field increase, they will ionize the air molecules. Then air molecules, if there are air molecules, have got positive negative ion. So and you have got the capacitor plate, so this positive ion will come here, and if this is negatively charged, they will neutralize this. Okay, that means the voltage from here is leaking, so we call this leakage of the voltage. Then the maximum electric field that a dielectric medium can withstand without breakdown is called dielectric strength. So till it starts to ionize the air molecules around it, that we called as a dielectric strength. Okay, the maximum electric field that a dielectric medium can withstand without breakdown. Breakdown means they will get ionized, is called dielectric strength. The dielectric strength of the air is 3 into 10 power 6 volt per meter. Then I was telling you farad. Farad is very big unit, so in practical we are going to use the smaller unit of it. That is 1 microfarad. 1 microfarad, that is 10 to the power minus 6 farad. Then 1 nf means 1 nanofarad, that is 10 to the power minus 9 farad. 1 pf, 1 picofarad, equal to 10 to the power minus 12 farad. Now we have got parallel plate capacitor. Okay, so what do we mean by parallel plate capacitor? A parallel plate capacitor consists of two large plane parallel conducting plates of area A and separated by small distance d. Okay, you look in this figure. This is plate A, this is plate B. 1 and 2. Okay, the area of this plate is given as A, area is given as A. The distance between the plate is D. The charge on one plate is positive, the charge on the second plate is negative. So the surface charge density for the plate 1 will be plus sigma, and for second plate will be minus sigma. This region I call region 1, this region I call region 2. The electric field will be from positive to negative, so this is the direction of electric field. Now at the corners, both side corners, the electric field will bend like this. Okay? So this bending of the electric field at the corners is called fringing of the electric field lines. Okay? So they are bending, that phenomenon we call it as the fringing of line. The two plates have charge Q and minus Q. Okay? In the figure we can see. We also take the distance between these will be very smaller than the area of the plate. And first we will consider the medium between the plate is air or vacuum. Okay? Now what we are going to do? We are going to find the what will be the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. Okay? So first we will find the electric field. Okay? Now we know that electric field due to a charge shift is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught n cap. This we have done in the chapter 1, and sigma is the surface charge density. Okay, this we have done in the chapter 1. Now we have to calculate in the region 1, region 2 and here in middle. Okay, we shall calculate here. Suppose this is my positive plate. Okay, this is my positively charged plate. This is my negatively charged plate. This is my region 1. I want to consider what is the electric field here. Okay, because of both the plate. You have to consider positive unit charge placed here. So because of positive plate, it will have got the repulsion, it will move this side. And the force will be this side. And because of the negative charge, it will have force towards this side. The magnitude is same, but direction is opposite. So the resultant will be 0. Okay? The magnitude is sigma divided by 2 epsilon naught. This is the magnitude. But both are in opposite direction. Because of this plate is towards this side. Because of this plate is this side. So resultant is 0. Same way in this region. Okay, you consider positive charge. So because of this plus charge plate, it will be towards this side. Towards this side. Okay, because of this positive plate. And because of this negative plate, it will be towards this side. So one is this side, one is this side. Magnitude is same, sigma by 2 epsilon 0. So resultant will be 0. Okay, see I have written here. For outer region 1 and 2 is equal to sigma 2 epsilon naught minus sigma 2 epsilon naught equal to 0. Okay. Now we have to find between the region. So here, in between you will consider positive charge. So because of this positive, it will have repulsion towards this side, and because of this negative, it will have attraction towards this side. Both have same direction, magnitude is same. So I will add up the both electric fields. Okay, because of the both plates. So written here, in inner region between plates is equal to sigma by epsilon naught plus sigma by epsilon naught. Denominator is same, add up the numerator. So sigma plus sigma by 2 sigma epsilon naught. Sigma plus sigma is 2 epsilon naught divided by 2 epsilon naught, 2 cut. So what you get is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Okay, and sigma is the surface charge density given by Q by A. So put the value of Q by A here. So I get E is equal to, so what we will get is E is equal to Q by epsilon naught A. Call it number 1. Okay. Now the potential difference is electric field times distance between them. Okay, so here how I have written is, you know, we have studied in chapter 1 the relation between field and the potential. Okay, we have done like this, E is equal to minus dV by dl. Okay, then we have taken distance as between two equipotential surface L. I have distance between the two plates D. So I will write E is equal to V by D. Okay, and the negative sign is for, suppose the electric field is this side. Okay, from here. Then as you move this side away, the voltage potential difference will decrease. So negative sign. Okay, so as you move away, as E increases, V will decrease. As you come this side, V will increase. Okay, so we are not going to consider negative sign. Without the sign, I take E is equal to V by D. Okay, because my distance is D and V is the voltage. Then you transfer this D E here. So E into D is V. So what we have written? Voltage potential difference is E times D. Okay, electric field times the distance between them. Okay, from here. So E into D. Then from here you put the value of E here. Okay, from one value of E is placed here. Q by epsilon naught A into D. The capacitance C of parallel plate capacitor. Okay, the value C is equal to Q by V. Now we are going to put the potential what we found in previously. So I'll put V value here. So Q, this V value is 1 by epsilon naught QD by A. Okay. So now this Q and this Q cut. A will go in the numerator, epsilon will go here. So I get epsilon naught A by D. So this is my capacitance. So as before I said that capacitance depends on the geometrical configuration, that is the area and the distance between them and the size. So we can see from this formula also we are getting that C is depending on the area of the plate and the distance between the plate. Okay, so C epsilon naught is a constant. So we can say C is proportional to A. Area increases, capacitance will increase. Area decreases, capacitance will decrease. And C is proportional to 1 by distance. Okay, so the distance between the plate increases, C will decrease. If D increases, C will decrease, and D decreases, C will increase. Okay, opposite, because inversely proportional. Now suppose I take area is equal to 1 meter square and distance between the plate 1 millimeter. That means 10 to the power minus 3 meter. And epsilon naught value we know. We place the value 8.85 meter to the power minus 12. Area is 1 divided by 10 to the power minus 3. When you simplify, we are going to get 8.85 meter to the power minus 9 farad. Okay. Now suppose, let us calculate what will be the area if I want the 1 farad of capacitance. Okay. So I take capacitance 1 farad, the distance between the plates 1 centimeter, that means 10 to the power minus 2 meter. From here, what will be the area? Du transfer here, so C into D and epsilon naught will come in the denominator. Okay, C into D, epsilon naught. C is 1 farad, D is 1 centimeter, so 10 to the power minus 2 meter, and epsilon naught is 8.85 to 10 to the power minus 12. Okay, so when you simplify, you are getting 10 to the power 9 meter square. So what I want, I need a plate whose dimension is this much. Okay, and which is plate about 30 kilometer in length and breadth, which is very high. So we have said that the farad is very high or very big unit, and therefore we are going to use a smaller unit. Thank you very much.